Hi, Mark here from the Tangibound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangibound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangibound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangiboundNetwork.com and see if Tangibound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
In a world of heroes, villains, 6 British actors will come together to play Pathfinder. It's sort of like D&D, but also really not like D&D. Join Falter.
I immediately regret this decision!
Caragor.
Oh, I see you, Kenneth.
Velda.
Behold my arcane powers!
Shania.
Yes, I've cracked your case!
M.
No, kill him.
And the Dungeon Master for an actual play podcast that takes adventure seriously. Available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and from DangerClubPodcast.com. Danger Club, let's roll. God, doing that voice hurts.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a Spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is a different type of salty language, but it's still going to be episode 389. But this week, Tony and I have just had a real crazy week, so we weren't able to really sit down and lay out anything new. But what we decided to do was go ahead and throw together some of the salty news things that we did, where we were going to just post them on Patreon only. So, I don't know how many of them I'm going to do here, but, hopefully you enjoy, and we should be back as usual next week. So, stay salty, have a beer, and I don't know. Enjoy the news.
Hey there, gang, enthusiasts, whatever the hell you want to call yourselves. This is Tony, and who do I got over here?
I'm Brian.
Of course, your faithful host of Salty Language, giving you just a taste, Brian. Allowing our listeners to wet their beaks.
Yes.
Upon what riches of entertainment they can get should they support our Patreon.
Right. Ooh.
Because, Brian.
What an intro.
Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
Do you remember back when we first started podcasting and we had, stuff to talk about, but we thought it would be interesting if we talked about things in the news? I
do, yeah.
And first we would do the homework and we'd compare notes and all that, and then we figured out it was more fun when we had no idea what the other guy was bringing to the table.
Absolutely. Yeah, that way we get a genuine response. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's kind of what we're doing here.
Perfect.
So I have a couple things. I hear you have a thing. I also am wielding a knife for some reason.
Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
It's on my desk, so I'm playing with it.
I understand. I do that a lot when we podcast. I'm looking around and I see like I have a ring over here, so I twiddle it through my fingers, and or
I was like, oh, it's my old pocket knife, so I've just been opening it and closing it.
Yeah, or I got a pen with a cap on it that I pop the cap off of it and put it back on and just sit here doing that. Just those little nervous habit things.
Yeah, exactly.
I need one of those. Have you seen those little like cubes that have got all sorts of little things you can fiddle with on them? They're supposed to help.
I think they're called baby toys. They're like touch and learns. Basically,
but no, there's these real small ones they made for adults, for people who are fidgety or have nervous energy, to kind of help them. Like some of them have things you can move around. One's like a joystick on like a controller. Just little things you can just fiddle with to, I was like, I really need one of those.
Fiddle for fiddle's sake?
Yeah, unless it makes noise, then it's no good for podcasting. But
I recommend, Brian, an oddly super sharp pocket knife.
Oh, okay. What a great idea that is.
Anywho, news of the weird.
Yeah.
Or whatever we want to call it.
That's basically what it is, however it is. Yeah. It's just news stories that when you read them, we'd either laugh, or sometimes it was that they would just make us so angry almost that just we knew we would have fun laughing at the anger of them, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So, yeah. All right. So what do you got?
Exactly. Well, I have that a scientist, the expert professor Anthony Hilton, says that the 5-second rule for food dropped on the floor is legit.
What?
Now, how have you felt about the 5-second rule in your life?
Yeah, if it hits the floor, it's not going in my mouth. It's just, I have an issue with that.
Depends on the floor and what's on what it's been.
Well,
like, it's a wet, sticky type situation.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, like in a theater.
yeah, exactly. No, I mean like the item dropped.
Oh,
but yes, also in a theater.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. So if you drop something that's going to pick, like a pierogi or something,
right?
It hits the floor and you're like, nope.
Exactly. But like if I drop like a dry potato chip, I'm like, I'm sure I blow it off. I'm sure it's fine.
Sure. Okay. You know what's funny about this is a few years ago, Food Network had a show on called, was it Food Detectives, I think it was, or something like that.
Right.
And Ted Allen was the host of it. And I actually think like they talked about the 5-second rule. And basically they said that it doesn't matter how long it hits the floor, like that basically once it hits the floor, germs come in contact with it and it's basically sullied at that point. I wish I had a forever unclean drop right there.
Well, what it says here is food dropped on the floor is usually safe to eat under the so-called quote-unquote 5-second rule. Germ expert, I don't know how you become that, Professor Anthony Hilton from Aston University. Is that an actual university?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think I just got a degree from there. No, I'm kidding.
Said there's a little to be concerned the food is only there momentarily.
Okay.
He's going to be demonstrating how the 5-second rule works at the Big Bang Fair, which sounds way sexier than it should be.
There's going to be a lot of disappointed people paying admission there.
So many.
Like, I brought my keys, baby.
And, obviously there's some dumb stuff here. It says, eating food that's spent a few moments on the floor can never be entirely risk-free, he says. Obviously, food covered in visible dirt shouldn't be eaten as long as it's not obviously contaminated. The science shows that food is unlikely to have picked up harmful bacteria from a few seconds spent on the floor. And it says that's not to say that germs can't transfer from the floor to the food.
Yeah.
But here you go. Here's my expertise kicking in. It's the nature of the floor surface and the type of food dropped on the floor that depends on what it can transfer.
Okay. I can see that. That makes sense. Because... And also how I would assume how well kept the surface is also.
This is true.
Because if you're at someone's house who never vacuums, there's going to probably just be more interesting tidbits in that carpet than if it's freshly vacuumed regularly or cleaned.
Yeah,
so
if I drop trying to think of something that won't pick up, like a nice shiny chunk of chocolate.
Yeah.
It's like that nice glossy chocolate. If I drop that in a hoarder house, that's lost to me forever.
Pretty much if I drop anything in a hoarder house, I might be lost to me forever. Like if you drop your cat or something, you'd be like, well, had a good run.
It also says here at the very bottom of the article that a survey of 2,000 people found that 79% of them are filthy animals of eating food off the floor.
Oh, of course they are, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just picturing the Costanza thing, with the cake on top of the garbage.
Yes.
It was like, it wasn't trash, it was on top.
Exactly.
It's funny. I'm always saying that it's hard for me to understand how someone can look at blatant fact and just go, nope. But here I am doing that exact thing.
Right.
Because if that is entirely accurate, I'm still looking at it going, it was on the floor.
You'll have that.
Yeah, I just have issues with. Yeah, I have mild germ issues when it comes to stuff like that because I don't know what's been on the floor either.
Right.
I don't know. Not that I would trust my floor more than others' floors. It's just, look, I don't know who's tracking dog crap through a house or things that could be bringing fecal matter in.
You are to 21%.
Yeah, I'm not a savage, Tony. I'm a man of leisure. If I drop a chip, my butler will bring me another one.
'Tis true.
With tongs,
'Tis true.
Because I don't want his filthy peasant hands touching it.
That's fair.
I thought so.
So I got that.
Uh-huh.
I also got, and I figure this is a complete shit article.
Okay.
It's just going to be garbage.
Okay.
But I figured we'll scroll through and see what we got here. It's the 15 weirdest things that people have left behind in an Uber.
Okay. Real quick, before we start, what's the weirdest? Have you ever left anything behind?
No. Just my self-respect.
Yeah, me either. So, okay.
Possibly my self-respect.
That seems
maybe.
Fair. Yeah.
I had one Uber driver that I may have left a tiny puddle of pee. She terrified me.
That's tough to do. You're usually the alpha in those situations.
Well, when they barely speak English and you're already kind of hammered and they don't really know where they're going.
Right. I was going to say, the times I've been in an Uber with you, you seem to terrify the drivers most of the time.
Yeah, well, because if I'm Ubering, I'm drinking, and I'm a chatty Cathy.
You certainly are.
So let's see what the weirdest. Like I said, I have I have a feeling it's just going to really disappoint us.
Yeah,
that's why I brought it up.
Right.
So let's see here. Check out some of the strangest lost items below. A cape.
Sure. No capes.
No capes.
No capes. I've seen
an engagement ring.
Ooh, that's a. Now it makes you wonder who left that behind.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it the chick or was it the dude?
Well, and was it like an accidental leaving thing left behind? Jeez, I can't talk. Or was it she was like, take this ring and stick it up your ass and, threw it at him or something, I want the story.
Or was it hide this?
Or was it what?
That I'm about to go get some strange. I better hide this thing.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to hide it up there. So,
no.
Honey, I lost your engagement ring. Yeah, move on.
Where'd you lose it? I don't know,
well, yeah. Like the episode
I was finger blasting it.
There was an episode of Married with Children where Marcy loses her wedding ring down a stripper's pants.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Especially for Marcy.
Yeah.
We all know that the hairdo represented. Harry Potter glasses.
Oh, I bet they were heartbroken. Wait, what if it was Harry Potter that left them behind?
I would figure he could just wizard some new ones out of thin air.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah.
Paintings. That doesn't make sense to me.
I'm terrified to know the story behind that one, because are they meaning like finger paintings, or are they meaning like...
I don't know.
How do you
Unfortunately, there's no story to go along with these.
How do you leave a full painting in unless it was in the trunk or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe they're painting on the back of the driver's seat.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Some nose...
How about a violin?
Who hasn't left a violin in an Uber or a taxi before?
Right. Wow. I told you it's going to be a lame-ass
Wow.
list. Oh, wait. A wedding outfit.
All right.
The engagement ring is bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Because now I'm, yeah. Well, by outfit, are they meaning like a wedding dress or a tuxedo kind of wedding outfit, or?
They're not very specific.
Yeah. Let's go with that. But, were they changing in the Uber, or were they getting some in the back of the Uber?
Maybe honeymoon, Uber trip or something.
Sure. Makes sense.
Got totally nude, consummated the wedding in somebody's Toyota Tercel.
Or someplace uncomfortable, like the back of a Volkswagen.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you.
How about a laser?
A laser?
A laser.
All right. Weird.
Like...
Nice. High tech right there.
Yeah, still have my graphic novice drops.
That's right. That's a good one to have anyway. I like that.
A smoke machine?
All right.
Maybe they needed a dramatic entrance and exit from the Uber. Maybe it's Siegfried and Roy. Or no, Mind Freak, Chris Angel.
Yeah, there you go.
Uber.
Jeez. Can you plug it? Do you need anything charged?
I'm hoping to be Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. They're like, do you need anything charged? And you're like, actually, could you plug this in? And it's a smoke machine.
Yeah. Sir, no vaping in the back seat. But it's dramatic vaping.
Yeah.
Mind Freak!
Yep.
But yeah, a cutout elf, which I'm hoping they mean like a cardboard cutout and not, I don't know, a stabbed little person. I don't know what that could possibly be.
I thought you said Alf, like the TV show. Yeah. I was like, huh. All right.
Yeah, this is a terrible list, and I really regret this list. A rubber mallet.
I mean, these are strange things to leave in a car, but most of them you just probably look at and be like, all right, and just toss them or something, I guess.
Exactly.
I mean, like a rubber mallet. Who carries a rubber mallet?
I don't. Well, actually, I do in my Jeep, but that's for, braining reasons.
Oh, yeah.
How about a dog sweater?
Well, the dog had to get totally nude in the back.
Totally nude. You know what? I'm not even going to finish this list. I'm so disappointed.
We're so close, though. You had to have almost named all of them.
Fine.
Might as
Bulletproof vest.
All right. Well, good thing you didn't get
Southside
shot
Chicago.
after. Yeah, getting out of the car, you get shot. I knew it. My mom said to take my vest.
An expensive slipper, Brian.
Are they trying to be Cinderella there?
Exactly. Take that Uber home before it gets to midnight, right?
Yeah. Oof.
Bitch turns into a pumpkin.
Blam.
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 A kite? I need to figure out who wrote this article and use my fancy pocket knife and go pay him a visit.
The weird part about the kite thing is you'd think if you're taking a kite into an Uber, you just bought the kite, or you're probably going to use the kite or have just come from using the kite. How do you forget this thing in the car? It seems like your whole trip would probably be about the kite, right?
You would think.
Unless the kite's like your Wilson, And you had an argument on the way over, you just left him in the car.
Well, the last thing that Lee Moran, so close to moron, hate this guy, wrote about was a taser. Still not that weird.
Not really. Yeah. I was expecting, weirder shit for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of sorely disappointing.
Yeah.
Lee Moran, you are wrote on my life for the rest of your life.
Delete.
Yeah, exactly. Delete. In fact, I just closed it.
Yeah.
No one wants that tab even open.
That's fair. All right. Well, let's see what I got here. So I saw this, I think, on IGN or something like this, but it's from another thing. I want to see when this is from. Okay, so it's from this year. The headline says, reality show set in wilderness taken off air, but no one tells contestants for months.
That's phenomenal.
What a shitty move. Let's see. It's contestants of a British reality show that marooned them in the wilderness for a year as a social experiment have returned to civilization, only to discover the series was taken off the air several months ago and no one bothered to tell them. Oh, man. I'd be so mad.
I would be so pissed.
Yeah, unless they gave me mad money for it. It says the program was called Eden. It assembled 23 men and women and dispatched them to a remote corner of the Scottish Highlands where they were told to set up a self-sufficient community. The group was cut off from any contact to the outside world and had to decide on their own rules and laws, build their own shelter, grow their own food, and raise their own livestock. Wow.
Very Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. Can you imagine? What if this thing had gone, like, tits up? Like, 3 people got killed in the first week, and, like...
Oh, my God. One, it would be the best reality. Well, it'd be on the air.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
But that's fantastic.
Yeah, it says no one bothered to tell the remaining contestants who reportedly endured boredom and infighting, were reduced at one point to eating chicken feed, and only emerged last week from their less than splendid isolation to discover that their fellow Brits voted to leave the European Union and Donald Trump was elected president of the United States. The network says that they plan to air footage covering the whole experiment last year. That's why it says it'll be shown, but still, I'm looking for wow, according to media reports, there were plenty of lows. 13 of the 23 contestants quit the show during the year as sexual jealousy, infighting, and hunger took their toll. Tara Zielman, the first to quit, claimed she had been bullied, while local residents said that contestants were caught smuggling in junk food and alcohol, and some had been treated by a local dentist.
We gotta have booze.
Yeah. Some had been treated by a local dentist after eating chicken feed laced with grit. That's
laced with grit.
Yeah. Grit is my favorite type.
Delicious.
Yeah. Boy. It says, as of when this was posted, it says none of the 10 contestants who stuck it out to the end have spoken out about it. They may not be allowed to. It wouldn't surprise me if they're, non-disclosure. That way when the show's over, since generally it doesn't air until after it's over, that way you can't ruin things or whatever. But, yeah, good times. Good times. What a dick move.
It would be great if all the contestants banded up with primitive spears and shit and just went into the studio and took over.
Yeah. I agree. I hope they get some,
that is
real compensation for that, because that's really shitty that the show ended and they were like, let's just not bother. They were just they stopped airing it and then just was like, shut it all down. But, and they're like, oh, well, we'll tell them, be like, no, we don't have time for that. Let's just pull the trucks. Let's get out of here.
They're like, well, what about all the people in the woods? Leave them.
Yeah,
they're dead to us.
I mean, they still shot everything. So, I don't know. It's weird.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Wow. Good story, Brian.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty strong.
Well, I got one more thing for you.
Okay.
And this is specifically for you.
Okay.
What would it be, a shitty clickbait segment like this, without a quiz?
Oh, you're right. Oh, Jesus.
So it's a pizza quiz.
Okay.
Which will tell you which Ninja Turtle you are.
Okay, fair enough.
All right?
Yep.
So what's the most important part of pizza, Brian? Good dough, good cheese, fresh ingredients, or fast delivery?
Dough.
Dough. Boom. Pizza for a special occasion. You got a white sauce pizza, you got a heart-shaped pizza, you got a supreme pizza, and you got your classic pepperoni.
Well, supreme, obviously. I mean, you got to get as much meat as you can. You're a
supreme lover.
Yeah.
Which of these should never go on pizza? Ketchup, sardines. I'm sorry, not sardines. Anchovies.
Okay.
Pineapple, or hot sauce.
Can I have an answer that's all except hot sauce?
I don't know.
Because I hate all of those
No,
things.
you must pick one.
Ugh.
There can be only one.
All right. What were they again? I have to pick the worst,
Ketchup,
apparently.
anchovies, pineapple, or hot sauce.
I'm trying to think if I have a good use for ketchup on pizza. I can't think of one. So, ketchup, I guess.
Ketchup it is.
Yeah.
Boom. Ketchup sucks anyway. Who do you call when it's pizza time? Do you call Caesars, Domino's, Papa John's, or The Hut?
If I have to pick from those, Pizza Hut.
Boom. What do you add on as a finishing touch? Oregano, chili oil, more cheese, or pepperoni? That doesn't make sense because it's just a picture. It's pepper flakes, but they have it labeled as pepperoni.
Oh,
you guys suck.
More cheese.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What's better than pizza? What the hell? You're assuming I can speak Spanish?
Taco. It's
Spanish?
It's just taco, Tony.
I don't understand, Brian.
Wow, it went Spanish.
Why is it in Spanish?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Well, this went sideways.
How would I just pick one for you?
Well, if it's all in Spanish, go for it, because I'm not going to know what they are.
Because I tried to translate it and it fucked everything up.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
So I guess I'm just gonna let you pick. It's compartilla con los amigos, or más pizza, or describir nuevos sabores, or Cero Ninja.
More pizza, or I'm sorry, más pizza.
Más pizza.
Yeah.
All right, dude, you're Michelangelo. Oh.
Big surprise.
Yeah.
Damn it. I was hoping to be Raphael. I wanted to be cool but rude.
Well, now I officially, am feeling suicidal after this. So I think it's time to wrap it up.
I agree.
So, yeah. If this tickled your taste buds, or ear buds, or taste ears, to steal from Shot History.
Tasting ears? Yeah.
Tasting ears? Yeah. Well, hit us up on Patreon and have a shitty quiz and you'll be fine.
Stay... I don't know. Stay informed?
Yeah. Support our Patreon, bitch.
Hey everybody, this is Brian. Joining me is Tony.
Hey there.
And we're back with another episode of Salty News.
Damn right we are, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but my salty news is fueled by a Yeti cup full of beer.
Oh, I'm drinking. I'm drinking a root beer. Does that count?
Yes, it has beer in the title.
Okay, it's not alcoholic, unfortunately, but
shut your whore mouth.
I mean, it's the most alcoholic. Obviously. Clearly.
Obviously.
Yeah, so...
Speaking of beer...
Yeah?
Now that I think about it.
Okay.
Totally derailing our original plan, because I have a beer news story.
Oh, excellent.
From everybody's favorite hobby of a city, Wacken.
All right.
Dateline, Wacken Open Air Festival. German metalheads construct beer pipeline. They're constructing a 7-kilometer network of pipes because, in average, the attendees of this metal festival drink 5.1 liters of beer each.
Oh, that seems fine. Yeah.
So to avoid the fairgrounds and stuff getting tore up by beer trucks,
I like beer trikes much better.
Pipeline. Beer trikes is much sicker.
Yeah, I mean, I'd ride a beer trike.
Right?
Like a big wheel. It's just got like a cooler thing with a couple of things that hook to your mouth so you can just keep sucking beer as you're riding the thing.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like an excellent choice.
Yeah. Until you wreck on the thing. But, yeah, whatever.
So it's going to be 4 miles of pipe, 80 centimeters under the ground. It's going to have enough pressure to pour 6 beers in 6 seconds.
Nice.
To fuel these German metalheads.
I like it. We need more of that here.
Right?
Yeah.
Goddamn right we do.
Wow. That's pretty awesome, actually. I mean, you know, that's commitment to getting that beer out, you know? So.
Well, shit.
And if it pours that fast, I would imagine that should cut down on wait times in the lines.
Dude, we should get some. Well, you need a passport, sir, but we're going to Germany.
Why's that?
August 3rd to August 5th, 150 bands.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Think of all the beer you'd be drinking. 5 liters. Is that a day or?
Whatever we can manage.
Oof.
All I know is going to a metal festival and we're somewhere where we can't speak the language, and there's a beer pipeline.
That's a great idea. I'm sure that won't turn terrible at any point for us.
This all seems excellent to me.
Can we should take some equipment or procure some equipment once we're over there? Probably a better idea to tap into their line.
Exactly.
We just have our own tap.
Just a nice drill.
Yeah. Drill, plastic tube.
Up from the ground came a bubbling crude.
Beer, that is. I like this idea.
It.
Yeah. That way we wouldn't have to leave our spot. You just, you know.
How quickly do we get thrown in German jail for, you know, slamming 10.2 liters of beer and then starting to goose step around?
Probably pretty fast.
Because they frown on that over there.
Yeah, they're not fans. Yeah.
No. Well, maybe at a metal festival it might fit right in.
Maybe, but yeah, because you just be like, I'm just dancing. It's how my body's interpreting the music.
Yes, exactly.
It's my artistic expression. I don't think that flies in Germany like it would over here. Over here,
No.
You'd find the right attorney and you'd probably be okay.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Find the right douche with dyed hair and be like, we totally understand, man.
My clients were just expressing themselves to some very aggressive music. Now, if that music wasn't so aggressive, they wouldn't have taken that aggressive dancing tone.
Clearly, this is the festival's fault.
Obviously. Also, who let them have that much beer? And we're like, shh, shh. Like, leave the beer out of this.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I had to shift into beer mode.
That's fun. I like that. Well, you know, a good way to follow up a beer talk is to talk about feral hog hunting.
Is that what happens when you, like, beer goggles?
No. Oddly enough. Yes, maybe. But
because that might be the new term. Come on, boys. Let's go feral hog hunting.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, depending on, you know, where you're at the end of the night. In Austin, lawmakers have approved the hunting of feral hogs and coyotes from hot air balloons.
That seems amazing.
Right.
Can I have that Darth Vader helmet one?
So, yes. So at first I'm like, oh, this is pretty weird. Well, it's because they've got like a problem with feral hogs because they eat all sorts of crops every year.
Everything.
Yeah.
You know, they tear up fences and do all kinds of nasty
and they
shit.
fuck like crazy. So there's just tons of them all over the place. And the state already had laws allowing for shooting of feral hogs from helicopters, but that was expensive and not very successful because the helicopters often scare the animals away. So hot air balloons were proposed because they're quieter and offer a more stable shooting platform.
You know, it makes sense.
Yeah, and it's according to, I forgot when this was posted. I want to check here. Yeah, it's from May 25th, so it'll be going to the governor here pretty soon to potentially get passed. You still have to, you have to have a license to hunt from there. But I was just the idea of it is, I'm just thinking, get 5 or so liters of beer.
Of course, 5.1.
Right, get up in a hot air balloon and start doing some hog hunting.
Yeah, you need you and Cletus down there if it's like that.
Yeah,
to keep you going.
Keep her steady. Yeah, I just wanted to
that's incredible.
I just wanted to make a Dukes of Hazzard reference there.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
I would completely go in bright orange hot air balloon with 01 on it.
Right. See, and this is one of those stories to where when I read the headline, I was like, what? But then I was like, oh, this actually makes a lot of sense. Like, it's a very practical yet ridiculous headline.
Yeah, only in Texas, man.
Only in Texas, man. I don't know. Well, yeah, it is only in Texas.
I can't wait till they legalize hog hunting from dirigibles.
Right.
It's the next logical step.
Be sweet. We'll have all sorts of fun.
Up there in the Goodyear blimp, turn that that little cockpit into a firing platform.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking.
As long as they can keep it steady, that's what we learned.
Keep her steady.
We learned from the hot air balloons versus a helicopter. So,
it's true.
I don't know really what they should do. I mean, why not film a reality show with sharpshooters trying to hit pigs from the helicopter? I mean, that'd be
good.
The pigs are running around, they're trying to hit them. I mean, that'd be I'd watch at least an episode of that.
Or like Hot Air Heroes, and it documents all these guys going up to try to kill the local hogs.
Yes.
The farmer's like, we love them boys.
Hot Air Heroes, I love it. What would be great is you get like the local hot air balloon enthusiasts and hunters.
All one of them.
Right. And they're to the ones taking them up, so that, and it'd be funny if they were just total opposites, like just don't, fit together. So you have like an odd couple up in the air hunting.
Oh, like the hot air balloon enthusiast is a complete like hippie.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But he just can't pass up the money that Hot Air Heroes is offering to ferry these gun nuts around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too. So, all right. So there's that.
That's excellent.
Yeah. You got a good transition from there? Because I could just go into anything else, but I don't have a good transition.
So I know we've talked about the fidget spinners.
Yes.
And they're all the rage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the rage.
All the rage, you're right, yeah.
To the point that I hear any more about them, I want to fidget spinner someone right off a cliff.
Fidget spinner kick. Yeah.
That's amazing. So apparently, though, the big thing also fidget spinners is fidget spinner porn.
Naturally.
Brian.
Because anything that's created, you have to go, can I fuck it? That's one
exactly.
Because if not, why make it,
Right?
Right.
So it says, what is fidget spinner porn? Mashable notes that there are a number of joke videos associated with the term, as well as fairly unimaginative additions to the site's library. They're talking about Pornhub, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Such as dank fidget spinner on hot ass.
Dank, nice.
Which is just a fidget spinner spinning away on someone's butt. So, I mean, it's basically, like you were saying, if something blows up on the world of the internet, it will surely become a porn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But how many people have received dick pics with the fidget spinner balanced on the end?
Oh, my God. You're right.
Because that's what I would totally do.
Can we contact Snapchat and find out? Because I bet that's where most of them were sent.
Oh, my God. Right? Look, it's a helicopter.
Oh,
dude, if you get a little Inspector Gadget trench coat,
yes.
That would be incredible.
That would be awesome.
Dick dress-up day.
Yep. I like that idea a lot. That's a great idea right there. Somebody that's free to you to use. Well, not free. Exactly. You had to pay to get this content, but
you're goddamn right you did.
Well worth it, clearly. Glad they can't see me eye rolling. Yeah. So, all right. That's fun.
Yeah, right.
So, I got something. It's not porn, but there's nudity involved.
Oh, I'm in.
All right. So, nude sunbather on Singapore beach injured after crab mistakes her vagina for an oyster.
That's hilarious.
Also terrifying.
Yes. Hey, nice clam.
Huh? Oh, God. A 28-year-old woman who decided to sunbathe nude at Changi, I don't know, beach, has received a laceration to her vagina after she was bitten by a crab. A marine.
You gotta get one of those little combs. Get rid of those suckers.
Damn it, Tony. A marine biologist who commented on the case claims that the crab, likely to have been a horn-eyed ghost crab,
yeah, he was,
may have confused the woman's genitals.
Horny-eyed,
May have confused the woman's genitals with an oyster, which is part of their natural diet. Fuck.
See, crabs and I have something in common.
Wow. Okay. So, and this is a quote. This must be from one of this woman's friends. Quote, "We had been on the beach for about 15 minutes and I had just fallen asleep." Yeah, said one of the girls involved. "I was waken up by my friend screaming that something had bitten her, and looking down, we were shocked to see a crab hanging off her lower body."
Again?
She's like, wow, those are some real hangers.
Damn, girl.
Oh, man. That
is
horrible.
That is something.
Okay. The 28-year-old's friends both helped to remove the crab, and they provided immediate first aid until medical help could arrive.
Please tell me they provided kisses.
I was going to say mouth-to-mouth would have been hilarious. Oh, wait. The girl told reporters they were worried that the crab's pincers could have contained poison, so they took turns to suck out the venom from the wound.
Now it gets hot, guys.
We weren't sure if that type of crab is poisonous, but just to be on the safe side, we thought we better clean the wound.
Best nude beach ever.
Oh, my God. This is ridiculous. Oh, wow. Okay, so the marine biologist that says that, it may have mistaken her vagina for an oyster says, quote, "In many ways, both in visual appearance and smell, the female genitals are very similar to oysters and other mollusks. Horn-eyed ghost crabs are usually very shy and don't approach humans unless threatened, so the obvious conclusion is a case of mistaken identity." Wow. Pretty, it's like, oh, I'm super shy, but let me just bite your vagine.
So if you're on this nude beach and you hear a girl screaming, "It might be poisonous, suck the poison out," would you be throwing crabs at your junk? Like, oh my God, I got one too.
I just picture you. Oh, man.
Just doing the Halo squad over a crab bucket, hoping for the best.
I don't know if that's worth it, man. Because they're going to have to kind of, snap you to... I don't think you want that in that area.
It's good for the story, at least.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about, Singapore Beach, young 20-year-old lasses, too dumb to realize that they probably shouldn't be sucking on their friend's vagina.
Yeah.
About money being exchanged.
Well, it does say, says if it had been a man sunbathing on the beach, a crab bite could have had more serious implications. Man, it says she had a deep laceration. So, make whatever.
She did.
I mean, I guess, does crab bite replace axe wound? I mean.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Brian, she had a what?
A deep laceration.
Oh!
It just sounds awful, like
the nude beach, and she had a deep laceration.
Oh, God.
Should have seen the crabs on her.
Oh, man. It's funny.
Dickory dock. That's where the crabs came from.
It's funny because, her friends being female, this doesn't seem as creepy. If she had male friends with her, they were like, I immediately rushed to her aid and sucked the venom out.
Let me plug up the wound.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, man. I can't. Oh, can you imagine how awful that's going to be until that heals, too? Oh, fuck.
The paramedics are like, "Sir, what were you thinking?" "Well, I figured I'd stop the bleeding with some power fucking."
Naturally, because power fucking clearly always solves bleeding.
Of course.
Yeah. I've been shot in the arm. Zip.
I got you, bro. You start talking dirty to me.
Like you're fingering the hole first. What the fuck are you doing? Getting it ready.
Don't want to rush this.
Oh, God, that's awful. Ooh, all right. So let's move on.
Why would we?
That's a good
it's
point.
The best news story ever.
You're right. This is one. Well, it's funny. I only read part of it, so I
thought Baywatch was amazing before.
I didn't get to the part of the, sucking things out part, so good times.
I've seen those dumb little ghost crabs before. If they're the same ones that they have here on our beaches. Good job, boys.
Yeah, well, there you go. You got to watch out for those, Tony. If
you imagine that ghost crab story when he goes back home.
Guess where I was all day. Yeah.
Fuck. It's the biggest oyster I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And there was 3 of them. I chose the one in the middle.
I chose the biggest one. Wait, what? Also, wow. I got credit to the site is on, was it Sunday Register or whatever here? Credit to them because they have 2 pictures. One shows the beach, just a nice shot of the beach or whatever. The other picture they show is a picture of an oyster that very much looks like an open vagina.
Naturally.
So, yeah. Nice. All right, then.
All right, well, I have a news story that directly involves you, because I'm pretty sure this was you.
Oh, all right.
So, it says woman. Never mind.
Oh, so it's probably not me, then.
Probably not you. Woman accused of startling horses in a T-Rex costume faces charges.
I read about this. Yeah.
Dateline, Charleston, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. North Carolina woman is facing charges because she startled a pair of carriage horses dressed as a T-Rex. Says an individual in the costume stopped and began making growling noises at the horses. This spooked the horses and they began backing up. The carriage then struck an unoccupied vehicle, which caused minor damage to its bumper.
Yeah.
The driver, Van Sturgeon, that's clearly a guy who rides horses.
Wow, that's a good name, yeah.
It is. Yeah. Was thrown from the carriage and a wheel rolled over one of his legs.
Ooh.
He suffered a broken bone in his left foot and severe bruising on his right leg.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarity.
Could be worse. I mean, at least he didn't suffer a deep laceration to his vagina.
This is true. A name like Van, he might have one.
Maybe. A Vangina? Is that what you're saying?
Vangina. Oh, my God. The new Chrysler Vangina.
Wait, wasn't his last name Sturgeon?
It was.
So many T-ball jokes right there.
So many. So many.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
The picture's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, the pictures are great. But it's, it's like, it's funny to me, but at the same time, I mean, obviously it's not because, startling the horses and stuff's really not cool because, I mean, the guy getting thrown and ran over also, kind of dick move. The worst part is the person was probably just doing something to fuck around and now they're going to be facing some actual like charges and stuff that are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely not worth it.
Or is it?
Or is it? Yeah. This isn't just scaring your, kids or some random old people walking around the mall. Which is what I would love to do. Get the T-Rex costume, put on a pair of walkers onto the costume, walking shoes and sweatbands and shit, and power walk around with the old people.
Power walk through the mall.
Yeah.
Put a Fitbit on your little arm.
Yeah. Remember when you used to ride my brother?
Nice.
Yeah. Good shit. That's a good one.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, I think that probably covers it for this episode of Salty News. Join us again next time, if your check clears.
I like that.
Yeah. Welcome to another edition of Salty News. I'm Brian.
And I'm Tony with the weather.
That should be your thing for each episode, is you should have to come up with a ridiculous weather report.
It's true.
Yeah, not a good one, just a ridiculous one.
Just ridiculous.
If we had put any forethought into these, that's what we should have done, is have some news, have a stupid weather one, have a stupid sports one, and that would be the episode.
Well, like everything we do in this program that we call Salty Language, we tend to spitball on the air.
Very true.
So stay tuned.
Very true. So the first story I've got here today is a really dumb one, and we don't have to spend a lot of time on this, but it's just really stupid. A woman is suing Jelly Belly, claiming she was misled. Apparently they have a product called Sport Beans, that are, let me find it here. They are according to a Forbes report, Jessica Gomez filed a suit in a California court because these jelly beans, which are marketed toward helping athletic performance, are loaded with sugar, a fact she wasn't aware of when purchasing the beans.
They're jelly beans, you dumb cunt.
According to the nutritional information on the package, a serving size contains 17 grams of sugar. And the first ingredient listed is evaporated cane juice, which is, sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah. Sugar.
Oh, God, it's cane juice.
Right. So, first of all, they're jelly beans.
Yes.
Second of all, they put the nutrition info on packages of stuff. They have to.
Yeah.
So you could have just as easily turned it over and looked to see how much sugar's in it. And if you're that if you're that aware of what's going on or that worried about what's going into your body sugar-wise, why wouldn't you have looked at the nutritional facts?
Yeah, exactly. Because as somebody who is concerned about sugar intake, guess what I do, Brian?
I don't know.
I go balls deep in the Jelly Bellies.
Yeah, you do.
I look at the nutritional. Even when I buy stupid beef jerky, I'm like,
yeah,
nope.
Good, good, no gluten.
Perfect, gluten-free.
Yeah.
It's like the doctor ordered.
This is one of those where I feel like that it should, when it's put in front of a judge should just be like, just laugh them right out of there, or immediately file charges. Well, that'll work too, I guess. I was going to say file charges against them for wasting the court's time.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's like, this is just
smash them, like they make them put their fingers on the judge's desk. He just starts smashing them with his gavel.
Yeah. Until
like the bailiff holds his hand there,
yeah.
Yep. Like he's a fucking goon, like Bull from Night Court.
Yep, and the lawyer too for taking this on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to learn them a lesson, Just be like, we're not tolerating this horse shit anymore.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but it's for us to laugh at. So hey, whatever, right?
Anything that says sport, what is Jelly Belly trying to do here? Sport bean.
I really don't know.
Is it? I mean, I just don't know what it is.
Well, the only thing I could think of is like
sportbeans.com. Fucking sick.
Well, like Gatorade, talks about how it replaces electrolytes and stuff, and it's like the way that it replaces stuff in you is via like the way it used to was like via sugar and salt. Yeah. That was really all Gatorade had in it that water didn't essentially, I mean, obviously some various other ingredients, but that was the key is, So that was the only thing I can think of is maybe you eat these to get carbs. I don't know. I got nothing really.
Well, that's basically what it looks like they're doing here. It's like they're like saying, oh, it's full of B vitamins and electrolytes and carbohydrates to refuel you when you're fucking, according to the website, swimming laps, doing bicycling.
Wow.
And all that. And then, of course, if you want a little extra, Brian, fucking extreme sport beans, motherfucker. Good. It's got caffeine in it.
Nice.
Such flavors as extreme cherry, extreme watermelon,
right?
Extreme pomegranate. Always consume with water. Fuck you. That's not extreme.
Right.
I will consume it with more caffeine.
That seems fair. What the hell? Now the story's not loading for this next one. Now I'm mad.
Sport Beans apparel.
Ooh, you should get some of that.
I can get a cycling jersey.
That sounds
look real lame. I know exactly what I'm buying when I want to get my ass kicked. Oh my God! You want to spend $90 for a Green Apple Sport Bean shirt?
Holy shit! Are you kidding me?
I wish I was, my friend.
Sweet Jeebus, that is ridiculous.
I got to get off this website. I'm ready to shove my face through the windshield of my laptop. And yes, it's a windshield.
My next story is Michigan man calls screen of his laptop windshield. No.
What a dick.
What a dick, yeah. So this story is from K. Hugh, as in Houston, H-O-W, or
right.
H-O-W, yeah, K-How, K-H-O-U.
Breaking news, Houston people get fatter.
No, it's...
Oh, weird.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. A group of teachers in Channelview, Texas, are being disciplined after naming a student, quote, most likely to become a terrorist.
That seems rude.
They found it as a joke, said 7th grader, whatever her name is. She got the certificate during a mock award ceremony this week. Says the teacher who signed it handed out certificates to a number of students while other teachers watched and laughed. She said some people might get offended, but she doesn't really care about our feelings, the girl said. She was laughing about it.
Wait, so the whole award ceremony was a joke?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. Well, I don't feel as bad about it. At first, I was like, wow, that's a dick move. Like, you know, most likely to achieve, most likely to plow corn, most likely, come here, little Arab girl. You're most likely to be a terrorist.
Yeah.
That I was like, wow, that's offensive. But if it's a whole, granted, it's the bad taste.
Yeah.
But if it's a whole jokey award ceremony, like if it was like, this kid over here is most likely to, get jerked off by his uncle or whatever.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get it. I mean, it's not a good joke, but it's a joke.
Yes. I'll give you that.
Maybe public school isn't the place for it.
I'm going to go with that's definitely true. Yeah, it was certainly in terrible taste. And also, it was at a kid. It wasn't even like some terrible thing where people are saying terrible things to each other, essentially, like a roast or some bullshit. It was, it's a thing where the teachers are just
got roasted.
Oh yeah. But the teachers just are handing out these certificates and making fun of the kids. Most parents are probably not going to be cool with that. Like I love the girl saying that, the teacher doesn't really care about her feelings. That's what you're looking for in a teacher of your children.
Is there by chance a list of the other awards?
No, I did look for that because I was very curious.
Bad.
Well, I was curious mainly because of the context. Because were the others as bad, or was it like, most likely to, I don't know, most likely to work at Subway or something? I don't know. I'm just coming up with
most likely to shoot the teacher from a hot air balloon.
There you go, right? I see what you did there.
A call back from a previous news episode.
Nice. So anyway, yeah, this one's pretty dumb. So let's move on.
All right.
So this next one's terrifying.
You say the sex one?
No, next.
Oh, I was like, all right.
No.
All right, I'm in. Terrifying. Let's do this.
If you want to talk about sex in this, that's also terrifying. So, a lot of people not big fans of snakes, Yeah,
it's pretty general consensus.
Right. So this headline is scientists aren't sure yet, snakes found hunting in packs.
That's bizarre.
Scientists aren't sure yet if this is a unique phenomenon or if it's something all snakes are capable of. And I'm sure if anyone's listening and they hate snakes, they're like, oh shit, now they can Voltron or join up and then come after me. And, that's terrifying, I'm sure.
This is true.
Yeah, but a new study out of the University of Tennessee has documented a real-life case of coordinated snake pack hunting, and researchers believe behavior might be far more common than biologists ever realized.
There's one snake in the middle of them with a giant head.
Yeah.
Oma! Oma!
Keeps hurting his shifts. I was going to say, keeps hurting its neck. Yeah,
for sure.
Can't throw worth a damn anymore.
No.
Because snakes don't have arms.
It's terrible throwing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole lot more science involved in this that I didn't necessarily want to get into, but it was just, like I said, I could see this being like the ultimate nightmare for some people who are not fans of snakes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. Because it talks about how the snake's formations could be highly efficient at covering space, such that they formed a sort of a net or a funnel that made it easier to grab passing bats.
Huh. Well, I was saying that was going to be my question. Is like, because when a snake gets something, it's not like a pack of wolves take down something, they all tear it apart. Snake's like, this is mine now.
Yeah, all of this is mine. Yeah, that's a good question.
I was like, I don't understand how but I get it if it's like if they're pack hunting and it's a shitload of bats, that makes sense to me.
Right, because if they form a net, they could capture a bunch of bats instead of just one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not like a bunch of snakes going after one thing.
Right.
It's a bunch of snakes going after a shitload of things.
Right, and it does make sense. It says on here, the snakes tended to be more successful with their strikes when hunting in these groups. Makes sense. You play the angles at that point. You're playing zone defense instead of man on man. It's much easier.
Goddamn right.
I mean, sure, there's going to be that 5 to 10 yard cushion in the middle, but they can close on you afterward.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Close and wrap you up. All right, enough football references.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Good luck sleeping, people who don't like snakes.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm just picturing you go down like a dark alley, and all of a sudden you just hear like a slight like hissing or whatever, and all of a sudden a bunch of snakes in leather coats come out.
What's up, motherfucker? You picked the wrong alley.
Oh shit! Next thing you know, you're surrounded by snakes.
Yep, it's all over. Snakes and trench coats.
Yep, trench coats. Whoa, that's a whole different kind of thing.
It's true.
They're just all like flashing you somehow. I don't know how they open the trench coat, but they
snake
do.
opens the trench coat, or is it our snake?
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah. Hello.
Like,
it's an actual snake.
Oh, that's adorable. Yeah,
oh,
yeah, that's adorable. It's like Alien, and the mouth opens and another one goes. Yeah.
Venom. Blood.
Yep. Oh God, what is going on here?
Huh.
No, don't play. Don't play.
Why play it, son?
No, because I'm waiting on.
You got to play just to make it today.
I guess.
I say we play.
Yeah, you know what? Shit, it didn't load, so never mind. So I'll move on to this story, which.
All right.
This will be a fun one. So a truck plows into a company called Analtech.
I've heard this joke before.
Releasing foul odor.
Ah, jeez. This can't be real.
I don't know if it is or not. Looks like it's real.
Is the truck shaped like a giant dick?
No.
It's the Oscar Mayer Weenie Mobile.
No, it's
that would be hilarious.
No, it's just it's Analtech. It's a manufacturer of chromatography plates. A spokesperson revealed that in 1964, the company paid a marketing firm to come up with a different name. They said, well, fuck you guys. No, I'm kidding. They said, well, you guys do analytical technology. Why don't you put the two words together and call it Analtech?
Second choice was butt sex.
I know, right? No, I don't know if this is a real company. I feel like this is a joke site. I don't know.
Well, how do you spell it?
What?
Is it just like it sounds? Analtech?
Yeah, it's just Analtech, yeah.
All right, I'm just Googling this shit.
Yeah, please do.
It is a legit company.
Okay. So, anyway, all right. Oh, yeah, this says from the Houston Chronicle, so that must be what it is.
I am on their website right now.
All
oh,
right.
Man, she loves the Analtech.
Slow down. Yeah, but it says, where is it?
They have T-shirts.
A two-vehicle crash involving two pickup trucks sent one plowing through the wall of Analtech, which quickly led to a hazardous materials situation.
Officials, seems hazardous.
Officials detected an odor coming from the lab where the truck damaged the wall. So, there you go. Yeah,
well,
this is in the Houston area. Yeah, because there's a link here to something from the Houston Chronicle about it.
They have a contact thing. I really want to just email and be like, do you guys have T-shirts?
Like, I really want an Analtech T-shirt.
Because I'm looking at your shopping page, and you have all this stuff, like plates and absorbents. I'm really not into that. I just want one of your silly T-shirts.
Right? That's why it was funny, because like when I first was looking at this, I was kind of like you. It was like, I'm not sure if this is real or not, but either way, I'm going to read it, and we'll have some fun with it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, anyway. So there you go.
Apparently, you might find it shocking. They have a Twitter that's never been used, and their Facebook doesn't exist. Weird of a company named Analtech.
Please tell me that their Twitter handle is Analtech.
It's iChromatopography.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yes.
It should be anal
Someone
tech.
probably already had anal tech.
You know what? You're
it's
probably
just nothing but like gaping assholes.
And maybe it's about how to fix them.
Fix gaping assholes?
Yeah, that's why they're the
I
anal
believe
tech.
Tape.
Well, no, I mean maybe they have other ways, like mesh.
More tape. Mesh.
Transanal mesh. I don't know. I got nothing. All right. So the last story I have here.
All right.
And boy, is this one something.
Is it a doozy?
It's a doozy. The headline reads, Black man who lost penis in botched circumcision to have transplanted organ tattooed because the donor was white. That's a lot of information right there.
It's a lot of information.
Right.
Wow. So botched circumcision.
Yes.
Decision.
Mm-hmm.
He lost it.
Yeah.
Because it's not sounding like he's living up to any stereotypes. He lost it from a circumcision. I'm just saying.
Well, it depends on how. I mean, here's the question. Like, how bad did they? I mean, man, they must have really botched that sumbitch. Like, the doctor just like split it in half and was like, whoops.
like he's in surgery.
Yeah.
And he's got this, like, scalpel. Oh, shoot. Dick goes flying across the room.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. Yeah.
Oh, geez, allergies. Sorry, it's the cottonwood.
Yeah. Cottonwood. Should fucking be cottonwood in the operating room. Or maybe, like his wife cheated on him, with a black man, and maybe the guy was well endowed, and the doctor pulled the same maneuver. Whoops-a-daisies.
Geez, whoops.
Yeah.
That's all I can think about is his wife at home just getting hammered.
Yeah. He's just raging the whole time. Doctor, are you okay? He's sweating like crazy.
Also in his pants.
Yeah.
Because he's a cuck.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. So anyway, so
he's gonna get his donor dick tattooed,
right? So first of all, awesome that this man who had this horrible thing happen to him is going to be able to get a new wang. That's great. We're all okay. That's great. Just the idea that he has a trading places moment, kind of a thing.
It's like, hey, Leroy. Do you have any tattoos? He's like, dude, I got a full sleeve.
That wins right there. There's no topping that. Full sleeve. That's what I'm assuming they mean he's going to get it tattooed to match like his skin tone, but
I like it better if like little dragons.
Oh
like
yeah, me too.
Stuff.
Oh, totally. Right.
Yeah.
Like a traditional sleeve, it's got koi,
gator star.
Yeah.
A couple koi fish.
Fuck.
Definitely a Singapore crab.
Oh yeah, but not the kind of crabs we talked about in the previous episode.
Right?
Yikes. Well, maybe. I'm sure this will be. Maybe this will be. Biting some vaginas too.
Oh, me. Oh, jeez. I was going to make a joke that I should not have made.
All right, fair enough.
Let it go.
I like it. I'm trying to find. There was. Where is it here? The patient's expected to regain all urinary and reproductive functions of the organ within 6 months of the transplant.
That's impressive.
Yeah. They're going to do medical tattooing between 6 to 8 months after the operation. And it said that it's working well and the guy can get erections already. So, hey, all right. I'm sure that's not painful at all.
How silly is that got to look? Like, if you're next to him at the urinal... You just glance over, black guy, white dick.
That'd be fucking great, right? Well, damn it, what movie is that where it's Eddie Murphy and he's wearing white face, but he's at the urinal and the guy looks at him and it's like black dick, but he has white face.
Nutty Professor.
No, I don't think it's the Nutty Professor.
Shrek.
I feel like it's an older Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh, Golden Child.
Actually, it might not be Eddie Murphy. It might be, I don't know. Whatever.
Medea.
No, it's not Medea. Stop it. Enough.
Medea gets a white dick.
God damn it, Tony. Medea gets a white dick. I don't remember hearing about that one. No.
It's very saucy.
I guess.
The sequel's even better though. Medea gets all the white dicks.
Well, that's a little different. Okay, so there's no fucking way this is a true
All
statement.
by Medea goes airtight.
Damn it, Tony. So the professor, or the guy who's a urologist, said that, the patient's doing well. And then he says, quote, he's living a normal life. His urinary and sexual functions have returned to normal, and he has virtually forgotten he had a transplant. Like, this is a different case. Sorry.
Except every morning he looks down and remembers again.
Yeah. It's like, there's no way. I'm sorry, but there's no way you got a dick transplant and you don't remember it.
Exactly. When you look down and see those Frankenstein stitches and those little bolts.
Right. The bolts. That's a little, it's just ribbed. No big deal.
Exactly.
Oh, fucking A. Ooh. So, yeah. All right, then. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed another fun episode of Salty News. I don't know. Stay classy? I got nothing.
No, this program.
Good point. All right, well, then I guess we'll just talk to you next time.